What's up, guys? Back here for a recap of this other wild card game that happened tonight. Just thought I'd make another video. So, if you caught last night's video regarding the Yankees and Red Sox, I noted that I am a Yankees fan. I don't want to claim myself as like diehard Yankees fan, just for the simple fact that I actually am a Giants fan too. Just to explain that real quick. So, like I said yesterday, I was a Yankees fan. Just grew up. I'm a Yankees fan because I was a '90s kid. I love Jeter. I love Rivera. It was awesome seeing them win. But I'm also a Giants fan. I loved Barry Bonds. He was really great at that time. Obviously, through this, love him or not, steroids or not, whatever, doesn't matter. You can agree or disagree, whatever you'd like, that's fine. But I also have a lot of family from Northern California, so that was kind of that part as well too. So just kind of wanted to recap this game, talk about this big upcoming series. It's a series that everybody wanted to happen, at least for me, I wanted it to happen because it's never happened before. Dodgers, Giants, it doesn't get any bigger than this. The first time they've ever matched up. Now, personally, I think that I wish that they would reseed after the wild card round. I was talking to a buddy of mine today. I think that they should, so if they reseeded, the Giants would be the #1 team, the Dodgers would be #2, and I'm assuming probably the Brewers would be #3. I actually don't know who's got it better. I'm assuming it would be the Brewers. Brewers #3, Braves #4. Actually, I'm positive it would be the Brewers because they got home field advantage in that series. So, because then you would be able to see the Giants play the Braves, and then you'd see the Dodgers play the Brewers. And I feel like that would just make more sense to have. You don't want the two best teams matching up in the first round like that. So, because now, those two, basically we're watching the National League Championship Series. We're giving the Brewers and Braves a chance, but they're the two best teams. They're the two best teams in all of baseball. So, why would you not have them match up in the first round? So, that's just my opinion. I think Major League Baseball is going to do a lot of other divisional aligning eventually sometime soon when they bring in 2 more expansion teams and have 32 teams total, 16 on each league. So that's foreseen. We'll save that for another conversation. Let's talk about the game tonight. Really, really, really good game. It kind of had that feeling towards like the 5th, 6th inning that like it was going to be one of those classics. It looked like it was going to be one of those games that was going to just be one for the ages. It felt like it was going to be one of those games that also was going to end on some kind of crazy play, towards the 9th inning. It also had a feeling of being a walk-off or a heartbreak, something. And obviously, it all paid off, and it did. If you're a Dodgers fan, it paid off, and it was a very enjoyable game to watch. I obviously, like I said, being a Giants fan, I can't stand the Dodgers. I hate the Dodgers. For a matter of fact, I was actually going to play to start this video. I was going to play Randy Newman's "I Love L.A.," but I didn't want to, piss off YouTube or, mess up any YouTube rights. So I decided just not to do that because I don't really know how that all works and I didn't want to chance it. So, but anyways, so I actually didn't get to watch the first couple innings of this game. Was coming home late from work and doing some other things. So I missed the first 2 innings. I missed the run that the Cardinals got in the first. The Tommy Edman scoring on a wild pitch. I was able to see Turner hit the home run, and he was talking about Max Scherzer for a second. Max Scherzer just did not look like himself. He looked, he wasn't able to locate where he wanted to. His fastball just didn't look like it was very effective. Just wasn't executing some of the pitches that he wanted to. At first I originally was kind of like, my mind was blown that Dave Roberts went and got him, because I figured, man, like that's just nuts to go get Mad Max Scherzer in the middle of the 5th inning with 1 out and a couple runners on base, runners on first and second. So I just originally thought that was just a really bad idea. But it all paid off. The Dodgers bullpen was money, man. The Dodgers bullpen just was lights out. Joe Kelly got out of that jam. That was pretty clutch. Gratterall looked good. Trinan looked good. Even Kenley Jansen looked really good tonight too. They didn't have to use Julio Urias, so that was great for the Dodgers. The Cardinals, Wainwright actually looked pretty sharp, but I get it. It's a 1-game playoff. You got to score runs, and neither one of these teams were really scoring runs. The Cardinals left a lot of guys on base. and it just those LOBs hurt. Those LOBs definitely hurt. So. Yeah, I think it was just a really good game. I mean, pitchers getting out of jams, when they needed to. Couple good defensive plays. The outfield, Chris Taylor. I mean, Chris Taylor coming in clutch. It's just funny how baseball works out. You don't start, that's kind of the Dodgers' MO. They kind of mix and match, and they have so much depth in that lineup and so much depth off the bench that always seems like that pays off for them to have a guy come off the bench and just be clutch like that. So, unfortunate for the Cardinals, they still got a young team. They got some decent players in their farm system, so the Cardinals going to be all right. They're going to move on. They had that big win streak, and they got Wainwright for another year. They got Yachty for another year. I think they're going to re-sign Nolan. We talked tonight during the broadcast of that. Nolan Arenado went in the GM's office and said he wants to come back and play again. So he has that club option. So overall, just a really good game. Just a real classic. Another one of these classic wild card games with a walk-off win. But this Dodger-Giants series is going to be huge, man. This Dodgers-Giants series is just going to be real big. So we got game one. Let's see. So Dodgers haven't picked who they got. Giants are going with Logan Webb on Friday night. For game two, Giants are going with Kevin Gausman. Obviously, Dodgers haven't set their pitchers yet for this. Monday for game three. Let's see. Nobody's announced that yet, so it's going to be huge. I really like that. Being a Giants fan, I like that the Giants have the home field advantage, so that'll be big for them. It's just going to be a great series. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. The Red Sox and the Rays with the later game and the earlier game. The earlier game is where I'm really, banking on for some entertainment between the Sox and the Astros. I'm a big Luis Robert fan, so I really want to see the White Sox come up big. And I guess this is the first time the White Sox have been in the postseason in consecutive seasons in like their whole history, in the history of their franchise, which is kind of crazy because they have a storied franchise, and to think that this is the first time. So for that game, we got Lance Lynn and Lance McCullers going in for that game. And then the Rays and Red Sox, we got Rodriguez and McClanahan, rookie for the Tampa Bay Rays. So they'll both be a pretty good game. Going to be interesting to finally see these Rays in a playoff game back in their home stadium. And I don't know. It's just the Rays. This kind of feels like the Royals 2014, 2015, like something to prove. They were so close, but yet so far. So we'll see how they do. And I think there's a lot right. I feel like, I don't know what the situation is with Tampa and their new stadium and what's all going on with that, but I feel like there's a lot riding on this postseason for Tampa. Yeah, best record in American League, and I mean a chance to really like gain a fan base. The Bucks won a Super Bowl. The Rays almost won the World Series. The Lightning wins a Stanley Cup. I feel like Tampa Bay has to win this World Series. Now, do I hope they win it? No, because I'm a Giants fan, so I want the Giants to go to the World Series. My dream World Series right now, by the way, would be a White Sox and Giants. It would have been Yankees-Giants, but obviously that didn't work out. So, it's going to be a great series for those two American League. And then the Brewers and Braves, obviously, is kind of getting a little overlooked because of the Giants and Dodgers. But, man, I mean, this Dodgers-Giants is going to be so hyped up. And I really wish it was a championship series so it could be best of seven. But, hey, take what you can get. And who knows, whoever comes out of that series, if they go play the Braves or Brewers, maybe the Braves or Brewers go to the World Series. And, I mean, it can kind of go either way. It should be pretty good. I think all of these series will all be really good, and then set up for the next round. So, but anyways, just wanted to make another recap. Please hit that like button, leave some comments, some thoughts of what you thought of tonight's game. What do you think of this upcoming series? What do you think of the next two or the other three series? How are those going to go? Maybe show some predictions. And Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your Thursday or Wednesday night, depending on what part of the country you're in. Thank you for watching.